Hello and welcome to another episode of MBA Secrets. Really glad to have you here. Just a couple of things that I wanted to share real quick before we get started. Um, if you feel so inclined, please subscribe, leave a review, tell your friends. That's very appreciated. And if this is something that you feel like you're getting value from, um, we'd love for you to do that. And if it's something that you don't find value in, tell us as well. That's something that is really valuable information for us, and we just want to make it better for you because this is here for you. So next, we've got some exciting news. I actually just finished an interview with MBA.com. They talked to me all about this podcast. It's something that they recognized as a good and valuable thing for prospective and current MBA students, and so they did this whole profile on us, and I'm excited for that to go live here in the next couple weeks. So look out for that, and I'll do some fun, I don't know, maybe giveaways or something like that along with it to kind of get it out there. And then lastly, please tell us what you want to hear. This is like I said, this is here for you. MBA Secrets is was created to help you, and so if you have anything that isn't being covered or you want to hear more about or anything like that, let us know. That's all I can say about that. we want to hear about it. And so send those requests or suggestions or whatever to Ryan at mbasecretspodcast.com. And I read every single one of those and basically respond to every single one of those as well. So excited to hear about it. But today I wanted to talk about goals and the importance of goals. Goals are something that I find to be, I don't know, life-changing, I guess, if you reach your goal, right? If you don't have goals or aims in your life, I mean, what are you doing? What's the point, right? And I think we as people who are interested in business school and getting an MBA and doing all of these things, I think we're pretty goal-oriented people. And so this is probably, I hope, will resonate with a lot of you. But I'm sitting at my desk in my office where I do everything. I spend a lot of time here. I mean, this is where I took the GMAT. Literally, I took the GMAT from this office one time when it was online. I studied for the GMAT for months and months and months right here at this desk. I obviously record my podcast here. Just everything happens right here, and this is where I'll be doing homework and all sorts of stuff. So here in my office, I can look at and see right in front of me my whiteboard. And on it, I have maybe, some to-do lists for this podcast, for the website, and a few other things. A nice little quote, some things to pump me up. But the highlight of the whiteboard, and the reason I have it so that I can look at it every day, is so that I can see all my goals right there. It's right in front of my face. Every single day, I review them, I look at them, and I try to figure out what I need to do today to come closer to reaching those goals. Because at the start of 2021, I came up with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals that I cared most about. These are the things that I wanted to accomplish this year. And that's off to the side. And on the top, I've got my life goals. Like, these are ones that are not necessarily going to be accomplished in 1 year. They're lifelong pursuits. And I'll kind of go through both of those with you. But I've found I haven't always had a whiteboard. I haven't always had these goals written out in front of me. You've heard, how many times have we heard, write your goals down, have them so you can see them every day, and you're like, yeah, that's great advice. I never actually did it until right now, and I can tell you it's actually making a huge difference. So one of my life goals, I won't go through all of those with you because we can maybe talk about them later, but one of them that I wrote, end of 2019, probably, that got added to the list. There's 9 of those. And this is the newest one. It's to get an MBA. And as I was going through the application process and the whole studying for the GMAT and writing my essays and preparing for interviews and finishing my undergraduate, all of those things, over 7 months, I thought that I wasn't going to quite make that happen. And it was a terrible feeling to have a goal like that. That's kind of, it's not something that you typically do later in life. You absolutely can. And I know a lot of great people that do, but for me, it's not something that I wanted to do, too much later than right now. And so as I was going through that process and getting the bad score after bad score after bad score on the GMAT, I was just like, man, this is a life goal. I have to hit this. And yet here I am kind of floundering in trying to make it happen. But I had that in front of me every single day, and I looked at it before, during, and after my study, and all of these things. And I looked at it and I said, I have to do this. This is something that I'm committed to doing, and here I am, accepted, and I've gotten to that. The hardest part is out of the way, and I think getting accepted is probably the hardest part, right? And I attribute the dedication and consistency to having it. Like, I would have let myself down if I didn't reach that goal, and I didn't want to do that. It's not a good feeling. And so to move on from that, now I've got these 2021 goals, and I know most of these won't really apply to, business school, but I think goals in general do. And so I'm going to go through each of these individually and just kind of give you an idea of what I do. And, maybe hopefully it will resonate and be something that appeals to you. Okay, so first on the list, these are kind of set with my wife in mind, a lot of them. This first one here is buy or build a house that we love. And the housing market right now is crazy, at least where I am in Utah. House prices are kind of skyrocketing, and supply is really down, but demand is way up. And so that's a lofty one, but I mean, that's what we want. We used to own a home, and then we moved to England, and so we sold it, and that turned out to be a lot shorter than we expected it to be. So we've been renting ever since we got back, which we don't love. We don't like to rent, and every single month that money's going into something that we aren't building equity in. So it's something that we really care a lot about, and we're trying to get going. And then number 2, my goal is to have 50 MBA Secrets episodes this year. And I might have to adjust that one because this is episode 18, and we're at a what is today, March 2nd. And so I'm well on track to hit that one, which is great. I'll adjust it a little bit, but having it in front of me every day, I'm doing it. I'm working on it. Number 3 is a lot harder. It is get abs, and I'm not, thankfully this is audio, and I am recording it for video for YouTube, but I am not going to show you the progress on that because there is none. But I'm trying. Like I said, my morning ritual in a previous episode is to get up every morning and go to the gym, and I'm doing good at that. But the eating is so hard, and so I'm trying my best. But that is a hard one. If anybody, any one of you has abs, send me an email and tell me how you did it, because I'm finding it very challenging. But I'm going to do it. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a goal that I hit. Okay, number 4 here. This one's pretty lofty, but man, I want to do it so bad. And so this number 4 is to do $1 million through this company called Who's Cruise, which is a company that I've started with my dad. It's a retirement income planning kind of information product and service, which is not terribly exciting, but it's a really, really good idea that my dad has had, and he's been in that industry for 30 years, and I love entrepreneurship, so it's him and me, and we're going for it, and certainly aren't close to that 1 million, but it's there. That's something that we are committed to doing, and I just don't think that it's impossible. I wouldn't have put it up there if I thought I couldn't do it. And so now I see it every day, and I think, okay, what needs to happen today to get a little bit closer by December 31st of 2021 to have $1 million through that company. Let's see. Number 5, read 12 books. and school books don't count. And that one's going to be kind of tough. I need to kind of front load it to the beginning of the year because I'm not sure how much leisure reading time I'm going to have come school. But I've read one and I'm almost done with the second. So that's, a book a month, obviously. And so I'm a little bit behind. I have never been a big reader. Reading has always been, I'm just slow at it. I like it, but I take a long time. And that's part of the reason I have that as a goal, is to get better at it. And I've also found that I like it a lot. So the first book I read for January it's called The Third Door, written by Alex, I think it's Banayan. And it's all about, how entrepreneurs find their way in to whatever they need to do. They make it happen. And so that really pumped me up. And then the second book is called Traffic Secrets, and it's the third book of a 3-book series. Written by Russell Brunson. And if you don't know who that is, you need to find out who that is. he's awesome, especially if you're entrepreneurial in any way. The first book is called .com Secrets, and then Traffic Secrets, and then this third one is, .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, and then the third one is Traffic Secrets. And they just teach you how to build a business, and specifically through sales funnels. And they're awesome. Even if that's not what you're into, there's a lot of great lessons in them. And so that's where I'm kind of stuck after I finish Traffic Secrets. I don't have any in the pipeline. So if you've got any recommendations, let me know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. This one is very personal to me, and one that I care probably the most about. And it's that my wife can stop working. Her name is Summer. It says Summer stops working. And she's a speech language pathologist. She just, she got her master's degree a few years ago, and goes to work every single day helping people who, I don't know. I literally, I don't know, because she's a lot smarter than me, but people who've maybe had strokes or nerve damage in their vocal cords or anything like that, she goes and helps them every single day. And she loves it. She loves what she does. But as you might know, if you've heard the podcast, we have an 8-month-old baby. And right now I'm at home with him every day, which I love, and I intend to continue to do that. But my goal is for her to be able to do that as well. It's hard for me to see her go to work every day when she really wants to just be home with him. It's hard for me to watch that. And so I'm, that's part of the reason for building a company with my dad and going to business school and doing all these things, doing everything that I possibly can to get her free, for lack of a better word, from having to work every day. That's one of my biggest goals. And I don't know, beyond committed to hitting that for her. And then this number 7 here is real vacation. Real is underlined because if you're familiar with Utah at all, we have St. George, southern Utah. We live up in northern Utah, like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours away, maybe 4 if you drive like my dad. And it's warmer, but it's not Florida. It's not Mexico. There's a lot of red rock and it's pretty and cool, but it's not what we would call a real vacation. And so you'll notice a lot of these are tied to kind of succeeding financially. And so I've got a lot riding on that, and it's daunting but exciting to think of. And then lastly, one that I think is most important in my life is to read the scriptures every day. And if you heard a previous podcast, I do that morning ritual, and that's a big part of it, to read the scriptures every morning. And that's something that, just something that I find to be very important for me to have good days and to go forward with the right mindset. And it helps me to remember what's most important and to keep the right perspective. And that truly has been something that helps me to stay focused and, work in the right direction. And so those are my 8 2021 goals. along with my one lifelong goal that I'm doing pretty well on. So, some of them are I need a little work in. Some of them I'm excelling in, but all of them are things that I mean, really desperately want to do, and I just really care about getting these done. I don't know. They're really, I'm just passionate about it because I don't know. If we have something we want to do, I think we should just do it, as hard as it is. And those are the 8 things that I want to get done this year. And so I know that doesn't necessarily have everything to do with business school, but I felt like it was a pretty good thing to talk about because, like I said, I think all of us are goal-oriented people. I don't think we'd be pursuing this type of thing, or let alone succeeding at it, if we didn't set goals. I think you set micro goals when you're studying for the GMAT, and you try to break those goals, and you set goals for which schools you want to get into, and the goal of getting the dream job at the end. And so I think anytime we reach a goal, it helps us to, I don't know, gain confidence and see that we can actually do it. And so the more goals that we can have that we care about, the better. And so I do have a little, I guess it's a software that I love. I think it's great, that you can find on my website if you care to have something that helps you kind of keep track of and kind of make a routine and a plan to reach those goals. You can find it on mbasecretspodcast.com. And if you've been there before and entered your email address, don't worry. If you enter that same email address, you're not going to get twice the emails. It'll just kind of let you in. And it's just there on the second page. I think it's the third resource that I have there. Go take a look at it. See if it's something for you. I think it's great. But either way, goals are awesome. They can, I don't know, they can just take us to where we want to be. And I think they're the kind of the building blocks to build what we want to build in life. And so that's all I had today. Thank you so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Please email me if you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, requests, jokes if you got them. I always love to hear that. And thank you so much. Have a great day.